Good morning. Welcome back to KV2 Navsanabag Vishakhapatnam grammar classes. Today's lesson is about present perfect tense. So, what is present perfect tense? When it is used? It is used for something that started in the recent past and has been completed now. So, present perfect tense is used with an action that something started in the recent past, not in the past. Recent past and has been completed now. Simply we can say that just completed actions come under present perfect tense. For example, I have decided to work hard. I have decided. So has and have, the helping verbs has and have comes in present perfect tense. So already you know that tense depend on two things, that is structure and uses. So today we will learn the structure and uses of present perfect tense. What is the structure of present perfect tense? Subject plus helping verb plus V3 plus object. It is the structure of present perfect tense. Subjects you all know that I, we, you, they, he, she, it, all these are subjects. But what are the helping verbs used in present perfect tense? Are see, has and have. These two are the helping verbs used in present perfect tense. Has and have. See, has is used with these subjects. I, we, you, they. We had to use helping verb have. With I, we, you, they, we had to use have. With he, she, it, we had to use has as a helping verb. So, verb third form is used in present perfect tense. Often present perfect tense takes verb third form. Already I have told you that V1, V2, V3. Sometimes you have to observe that the same word comes in all the three forms. For example, read, read, read. The pronunciation is different but the spelling is same. Read, read, read. Cut, cut, cut. All the three forms takes the same word. So all these you have to practice well to remember. So here the structure of present perfect tense is subject plus helping verbs has or have plus V3 comes, means third form, plus object. Have take I, we, you, they, take helping verb have. He, she, it, take helping verb has, plus V3 plus object. So as you all know that there are three types of sentences in English language. What are they? Affirmative sentences, negative sentences and interrogative sentences. How these sentences will be in present perfect tense we will see. Affirmative sentences in present perfect tense. Present perfect tense affirmative sentences means positive sentences, nothing but. And according to the structure. What is the structure of present perfect tense? Subject plus helping verb plus V3 plus object. Helping verbs are has and have. We'll see the example. It has occupied the seat. It has. It is a subject. So helping verb, what should we use here? Has. It has. V3 is occupied plus object, the seat. It has occupied the seat. Another example. I have done my work. I. See, I, we, you, they takes the helping verb have. I have. Do, did, done. V3 is done. I have done my work. Or I have completed my work. Completed V3. I have helping verb. Have comes with the subject I. These are affirmative sentences in present perfect tense. Now, negative sentences. Negative sentence means a negative sentence in present perfect tense is formed with subject plus has or have, helping verbs plus not plus V3 plus object. Not is added. Nothing more than that. Not is added to the affirmative sentences in present perfect tense. See, affirmative sentences structure is subject plus has or have plus V3 plus object. So here not is added. Now we will see the examples. He hasn't mailed the resume. He hasn't mailed the resume. So while writing we have to write the full forms. Has not. In spoken form we can use hasn't, short forms. So he has not mailed the resume. Not is added. So it has become a negative sentence. Or else he has mailed the resume is an affirmative sentence. Has or have are used in present perfect tense. Remember this. He has not mailed the resume. You have not gone. You have gone is an affirmative sentence. You have not gone there or somewhere else. So not is added to make the affirmative sentence into negative. These are called negative sentences in present perfect tense. Now we will see the third type of sentences, that is interrogative sentences. An interrogative sentence is formed with has or have plus subject plus V3. Already I have told you that often in interrogative sentences means in questions, the helping verbs comes at the beginning of the sentence and it is followed by the subject. Isn't it? So what are the helping verbs in present perfect tense? Has or have. So these two helping verbs comes at the beginning of the sentence and followed by subject. For example, have you read the book? Question mark at the end, you have to remember. Have you read the book? Has she gone? Have they gone for movie? See V3. According to the structure for interrogatives in present perfect is has or have. Has or have plus subject plus V3. Read, gone, V3. So this is about interrogative sentences in present perfect tense. Now we'll see the uses. Before knowing about the uses of present perfect tense, we can use adverbs such as for, since, ever, never, always, just, at, already, recently, and still. These are the keywords. When we talk about the actions that happened sometime in the past and are completed now, just completed actions, we had to use all these adverbs. Another tip I will tell you that by seeing these adverbs in a sentence, simply we can identify that the sentence is in present perfect tense. These are the keywords to identify the tense, present perfect tense. Now we will see the uses of present perfect tense. The first one is recently completed actions. We had to use present perfect tense. For example, I have just started studying for the test. Not before. Just has started. Recently completed actions. I have just started studying for the test. He has already stopped working. Stopped working. Has already stopped. Just, already are the keywords to use for present perfect tense, that too recently completed actions. Another usage for present perfect tense is past actions whose time is not definite or not given. Sometimes the past time will not be given or is not definite. Those past actions also we had to write, we had to say in present perfect tense. For example, she has lost her wedding ring. When? Is there any specific time, definite time? Not given. So these actions come under present perfect tense. Has lost. Subject plus has or have plus V3. She has lost. It is in present perfect tense. Still it is a past action. Being a past action, we have written it in present perfect tense because time is not definite and not given. Now the third uses of present perfect tense is to describe an action that is being repeated between the past and present. Repeated actions between past and present are also should be written in present perfect tense. For example, I have gone to the beach many times means repeatedly in between past and present. So that these repeated actions between past and present come under present perfect tense. Have you read Shakespeare's novel? Have you read Shakespeare's novel? It is an interrogative sentence. Now we will see the another uses of present perfect tense. Past events whose effect still exist. These are the past actions, but the effect of the past actions will still exist. These come under present perfect tense. For example, I have had a bad accident. It is a past event, past action, but still the effect is existed now, so that it should be written in present perfect tense. I have done my B.Ed. I have done my B.Ed. It is a past action. Already I have done. But why we should write in present perfect tense? I did. Why can't we use? Because the effect of B.Ed is there, existed now. So I have done my B.Ed so that I can apply for any job. That is the result. That is the effect of that past action. So it should be in present perfect tense. Now another uses of present perfect tense is actions that started in the past and are continuing until now and possibly will continue into the future. Sometimes actions that started in the past are continuing until now, and also there is a possibility to continue into the future also. See, it is past, an action started in the past, continuing until now, and there is a possibility to continue in the future. Such expressions should be in present perfect tense. For example, I have always used this brand of soap. I have always used this brand of soap. It has started in the past, until now it is continuing, and there is a possibility to use the same brand in future also. Another example we'll see. I have lived in the United States since 1990. I have lived in the United States means already it has started in the past, continuing, and there is a possibility to live in United States in future also. So these expressions should be in present perfect tense. Once again, we'll see the uses of present perfect tense. The first one is recently completed actions. Second one is past actions whose time is not definite or not given. Third one, to describe an action that is being repeated between the past and present. And past events whose effects still exist. Another one, actions that started in the past and are continuing until now and possibly will continue into the future. This is about present perfect tense, and we'll see the structure ones. Structure of present perfect tense is subject plus helping verb plus V3 plus object. That is, helping verbs are have or has. I, we, you, they, we had to use have. He, she, it takes has as a helping verb. This is about present perfect tense. In the next lesson, we will learn present perfect continuous tense. Thank you.